Check out the link in the description below and you can find a worksheet that goes along with this lesson. Welcome back to Ukulele Corner. In this lesson, we're going to look at a piece that I composed for you that's a lot of fun to play. It's an exercise in alternating fingers as you cross strings. It's a string crossing exercise, good for the right hand, but also good for the left hand. We're going to look at moving the interval of a third around all over the place in the key of D minor. And we're going to start by playing this pattern. And I want you to practice just on open strings to start out with. So there are two times we're going to play through the piece, and we're going to switch our right hand fingering for practice as we do this. The first time through, we're going to use a pattern that goes M, P, I, P. What that means is middle thumb, then index thumb. We're going to play the high string to the second, just string crossing back and forth. I'm alternating fingers on top, but my thumb is continuously playing the second string. So I want you to practice that on the top two strings. It's also going to move down to the second and the third string. We're only using the top three strings here in this example. You can practice that just jumping back and forth. Then when we play all the way through the piece, it is an 8-bar phrase. Then we're going to repeat it with a different finger in the right hand. Same thing with the left hand, but our right hand's going to go just M, I, all the way through. Same sets of strings, 1 and 2, then 2 and 3. So you can practice just that string crossing, moving. The reverse of that would be I on the high string and M on the lower string. And that's a good thing to practice as well. You could play the piece that way. But we're just going to start with M and I. M on the high string and I on the lower string for now. Let me play this piece and you can give it a listen. Then we can look at some of the things that are going to happen in the left hand. So give it a listen and here it goes. Repeat M and I. So each time you're going to end with your middle finger playing this last note D, which is what key we're in. We're playing a D minor. You could play a D minor chord and see how that matches the tonality of the piece. The first interval that we're going to replay is just the high string open to the third fret of the second string. That's an interval of a second. All the other intervals after that are a third. And there's what's called a major third and a minor third. And we're going to be playing both of those. The first thing we're going to play is this F to a D when we play a beat 3 and 4 of the first measure. Then we're going to back up and play an E to a C sharp. You could just move your hand back a fret to do that. So you see I'm using my second finger for that C sharp, or you could switch to your first finger. A little bit more jumping is involved when you use your first finger, so I like to just pivot with the second finger. The first finger actually ends up behind the nut of the ukulele, and it just sneaks right back. Then we're going to get to the high strings, playing 0 and 2, second finger, then 1 and 3, first and third finger, move that up 2 frets. Then I like to use, there are two ways we could do this. We could use our third finger as a guide finger, just moving up 1 fret, and we're going to play 5 and 6. That is a D to a B flat. Or you can move your first finger up and use 1 and 2. Try both and see what you prefer. Good to be able to do either. Then we're going to use the open string to position ourselves back in first position. We're really up high there, and then we're going to be right back in low position. Measure 5. Same thing, then we go to the third string, that's C sharp. You can use your second finger, move up 1 fret. You could move these two fingers up to 3 and 4 in the next measure, measure 7, but I like to use my fourth finger and the third finger instead of 1 and 2. Then first finger, second finger, that's going to move a fret higher, and we end on the second fret D with our second finger. So let me play the piece again. I'll play it slowly, and just keep an eye on my left hand. Try to follow that. I'm going to back up a fret here, then right back. Open string allows me to move the second finger up to the second string. Then climbing up the string here. I'll use 2 and 3 here. Then open string pivots us back, measure 5, 1 and 3. Second finger on the C sharp, move up a fret. Use your third and fourth finger, open string to first finger, then second finger on the C sharp, and then you end on the D. So a lot to think about, right? Your left hand has a lot of different possibilities of fingerings you could use, and a lot of motion around the fingerboard, and then the right hand has to do those two distinct techniques. So that's the challenge. Let's give it a try, and we'll play through it very slowly. You could even think of all the notes, instead of eighth notes as written, when you first start out, you could think of them as just quarter notes, really slow. The goal, though, with most studies like this is just to get comfortable and see if you can start playing it more quickly. It's pretty fun to play faster. I'm even putting some dynamics in there. So that could be your goal, to play it quickly. But for now, we're going to just go really slow. That's the best way to learn anything. This tempo. Okay? Let's try it. Ready? Play. M, P, I, P. M, P, I, P. Keep that going as you switch across the strings. Here we move up to third position. Then 1 fret higher gets us to this 5 and 6. Big jump using the open string here. 1 and 3. Second finger on the C sharp. Move up a fret. Use your third and fourth finger in the left hand. High string. Remember, right hand is M, P, I, P. End with M here. Then we're going to alternate middle to index. Do the repeat. M, I, M, I. This should feel really good. This is a really strong crossing here. Same left hand fingering. We're going to start climbing up 1 and 2 here, first and second strings. C to A, D to B flat. All the way down, A to F sharp. B flat to G. Use your second finger here, E to C sharp, up a fret. Third and fourth finger go down on G to E, A to F. Second finger is going to play the C sharp here, and then we end on the D. Okay, so that is the exercise. I hope you enjoy learning that, and really pay attention to your left hand position. Try to keep it parallel as you move up and down, really curved. Listen for a nice connection between the notes. And you could practice blocking this out. I like to do that sometimes. Instead of arpeggiating, just play the notes together as chords. That's a really good way to work on left hand position. That could help. And experiment. Try different things with your right hand, try different left hand fingerings, and that's the goal of an exercise like this. It's just to broaden your horizons and expand the possibilities of what you do when you play. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon.